Looking forward to welcoming UCF, in my opinion, one of the top five teams in the country. Don't know where they fit into the top five, but I definitely think that they have done what they were supposed to do to get themselves ranked as high as they are, and they probably should be a lot higher than where they're ranked now. Led on offense by one of the best players in college ball, Mackenzie Milton, and defensively, I think that they've done such a good job of utilizing their speed and their back end to match their physicality in their front. Really good football team. We're going to have to be ready to go. We will have a few different things as far as our personnel is concerned this weekend. I'll talk, of course, I'll have that question asked to me a little bit later. But we're really excited about starting something a little bit new and fresh at the quarterback position. Also, defensively, we felt like we made some huge strides in the game. Even though we gave up some points, we saw some young guys to have a little bit of an impact in the game in different ways. Offensively, we thought that Deontay from the past game, Deontay Smith, played at a really high level throughout the game. We want to give him the ability to lead a little bit more in that offensive line room. We can't come out running the football the way that we ran it. I thought that most of our production came when Houghton was on the field, so hence the adjustment. And defensively, we just got to keep going in the direction of understanding that 4 or 5 plays a game can't hurt us. Special teams-wise, our effort was as high as it's been. We did a really good job for the most part across the board. I think some of our biggest issues can be fixed, and I'm energized by seeing what we are able to do with Houghton. Thought in the second half of the game and in the fourth quarter of the game, a lot of the concepts that we gave Houghton, he managed them well. I thought he listened really well throughout the game, not just in that last part. I thought he got better from the start to the finish of understanding other people's some of the things that they failed at, and went in and did a really good job.
Coach, with Holton starting, how long of a leash does he have? Will he play the whole game, or are you still going to rotate the other guys in?
He doesn't have a leash. I'm taking the leash off. He's going to get to play as long and as hard as he can. The one thing about it is that I think that with Houghton, we all got to realize, all of us got to realize that there's going to be some bad plays in there, but there's also going to be some really good plays. We're going to have to work through it. We got a true freshman starting at quarterback, so I'm looking forward to him playing a lot. Will we see some other guys in there at different times? Probably, maybe not, just because of where we are in the game. But I really want to give him an opportunity and a chance to build on this past weekend, and I think that we can. So I'm gonna be pretty open-minded about some of the things that we're gonna do with him, and we will do more with him than we've done in the past. There's no question about it. But I think that he deserves the chance and opportunity to go out and play. He's gonna have, like I said, we all got to understand. I've told the offensive staff he's gonna have some plays in there that we just don't necessarily like what they look like. But in my time of coaching, I've had more quarterbacks in the run action, drop back mode like Houghton than I've had of a normal type of quarterback. So, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
What's your biggest concern with a true freshman and knowing what he can do and what he can't do? What's the one thing you're like, we can't do that, we can't do that?
It's not about me saying that we can't, because we can do a lot with this guy. We can do a lot more than we've done, and my biggest goal in this thing is to make sure that the pressure of the start doesn't affect him. I think that, a lot of times you get all this energy and emotion built up around you getting your first opportunity to start. I think the way that we can do that is by doing things in the game plan early that he feels really comfortable with. And that's what I'll spend the majority of my time this week, to make sure that he feels comfortable early. I really started to kind of move toward him playing more on last week. But one thing I didn't want to do was bring him out in a situation under the lights, first start, without having 2 or 3 or 4 significant drives. So the biggest thing is it's the pressure of the start and how he deals with that. But knowing him, I think this is exactly what he's looking forward to. I like his personality during games. I like his personality during practice. But more so, I thought he was really focused on Sunday night, not knowing what we were going to do, not knowing which direction I was going to go into. And I really like where he is right now. So the pressure of the start.
When did you inform him of this decision? What was his reaction?
Sunday night, let's go. That was it. And it's as simple as that. Like, he was fired up. You know, he has a tremendous amount of energy. So he took the first snap of Sunday night practice. I went right up to him right before we started. I told him what my thought pattern was. After I talked to our offensive staff early that morning, and we went to work. He understands what he has to do in the next 72 hours to be successful. It's a lot, but if I had to go pick somebody at his age to do it, it would be him. It wouldn't matter if I had my own business doing something else because of his personality type, how hard he works. So just let's go, and I'm looking forward to it.
What was the reaction of the other two quarterbacks and the rest of the team?
I haven't got too much of a reaction out of the team. There's some happiness for him, of course, because the ball moved. Defensively, there's always going to be a little bit of a boost of energy when they see the ball move. Out of the other two quarterbacks, of course, there was some, I'm glad that they were a little bit fatigued by him. They didn't like that. They were tired of hearing, everything that goes with having a great quarterback in the room and it not being them, and now this guy's getting an opportunity. So there was a little bit of, they weren't happy about not starting, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But the way that you can battle that is play well, and you would be the starter. And I think that if you look at the production of the position, I think Reed has had some production. But I think that if you look at percentage-wise, what's happening when Holton is in the game, it's been pretty easy to see over the last few weeks that he's gave us a boost in some situations.
When you look at the whole playbook, then would he have 100% of the playbook, or is he still going to be?
I don't have 100% of the whole playbook, so because of third down football week to week, 100% of the playbook can change. So he'll have 100% of what we need for this week. And that's enough for me. Next week, he'll have a different, the 2 weeks from this weekend, he'll have something more, something different, something new, something fresh. And he just has to stay current week to week. It's not like in the old school where we come in and we drop a playbook off on these guys anymore. It's a completely different world of adjusting to what we see. So with Holton, he challenges you to, and that's what I meant by I don't have 100% of the playbook. Holton challenges you to what he can do, meaning more. He can do more, so you have to put in more. And I'm looking forward to it just feels like we have a chance to be a little bit more innovative this week. And I think that he can handle it. And we're going to see a lot of different formations. We'll see some different things that benefit his style of play. So looking forward to that.
With Ed Oliver, with Houston and then McKenzie Milton, UCF, what is it like facing the star power consecutive weeks of guys like that?
Not good. It's not good. He's when you playing against two of the top players in the country, it's not something that you would like. Would I have liked to go out there and see Houston without Ed Oliver? Yes, it makes it a little bit more, a better chance to be effective in our offensive line. Just like I talked about earlier, McKenzie Milton is he's the ultimate general of a college football team. He's doing things out there that 7, 8, 9-year pros don't have the understanding. He understands the clock as well as anybody. He does a lot with his cadence. He's very, very talented, very talented. But what we have to understand is that it's also not good to go against Nate Harvey. That's not good for people right now. And we got to create more of those situations through recruiting. UCF has done a good job in recruiting. Houston did a great job with Ed Oliver in recruiting. And in a few weeks, I'm hoping to say that. You asked me the question, what is it like for teams to go against Holton Ahlers? And I can tell you, not good.
Coach, with Holton being the starter now, will we, as the media, be able to talk with him at practice starting tomorrow?
Maybe. I got to see how he gets through. Starting tomorrow, no. I got to see how he gets through this first week because it's like I said earlier, I really want to see him deal with this a week or so, the pressure of it. I may give you access to him soon. But right now it's about keeping him poised, making sure that when you step into the quarterback role too, there's a lot that I don't say in and there's things that I say to put people on certain paths. At the quarterback position, when you're young, sometimes you have a tendency to show your hand a little bit, and we've got to make sure that we're coaching him on that part of it as well. So not quite yet, but soon.
Coach, you guys are near the top of the country in tackles for loss and sacks. I think last in takeaways. How much of an anomaly is that stat? Do you think like there's a game coming where you guys get a bunch of takeaways defensively?
Well, we've been close. We've had some rulings that were really close, and seeing that there was a ball on the ground, not ball on the ground. I like tackles for losses, though. I like what our defense is doing. I think that, if you ever heard of turnovers, you hear people when defense get turnovers, they start to come in bunches. I'm hoping that they're about to come in bunches. We're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. One thing about a kid last week, King, he much stronger than what you think he is. We got some hits on him. No one had gotten even any hits on him before. You think he had been sacked 1 or 2 times coming into our game. And the ball just hadn't came out. We've gotten a lot of hits on quarterbacks and a lot of tackles for losses. And usually when you're getting tackles for losses, it's during the mesh point. And we just haven't been very fortunate with some of those balls coming out. As far as the ball down the field, if you watch our games, there haven't been a lot of teams that we played against that try to attack the middle of the field in intermediate passing. They've been much more down the field throws, on the sideline or in the seams. And those create a little bit of a harder time to get interceptions on. But, yeah, you'd like to see us be able to create some more takeaways. It is a little bit of an anomaly to see that many tackles for losses and sacks, especially, or quarterback hits, and the ball not come out. Thank you.